Hey gang, let's talk about the ripping and the tearing of our hands. We've all done it before. I've done it a ton of times, tore my hands in competition, tore my hands during an open workout, just a regular workout, and it stinks, right? So let me tell you how to avoid it. Number one, chalk. Chalk is good when we're working out, but chalk can also be a little bit of a double-edged sword because it dries and can cause cracking in our hands. That's why we tear our hands so much during competitions, because we have chalk on our hands all day. Our hands dry out, they get dry, cracky, and then you grab a hold of that bar for the first time, do a toe to bar, whatever you need to do, and you rip your hand off, right? What do we do to avoid that? We want chalk on our hands for as little time as possible. So try and avoid chalk when you're warming up. Put chalk on as much as you want when you're working out, doing your workout, and then immediately after your workout, once you're done rolling around on the floor, you peel yourself up off the floor, you go to the bathroom, and you wash your hands off with just some water and maybe a towel to get a little bit of extra residue off your hands. Number two, we got to strengthen our hand. If you do not have very good grip endurance when you're holding on to a barbell, what you'll notice is the bar will slide on our hand rather than being able to maintain that false grip. I'm going to do some videos in the future of how the best way to train your hands for your grip strength, your grip endurance for CrossFit. Long story short, grip is very specific to the activity that you're doing. Meaning, if we're doing like a lot of athletes will try and do pinch grips with like plates, that's not really going to carry over to the barbell, carry over to the pull-up bar as much as a more specific way of strengthening your grip will. Next, be very liberal with your use of tape and use of grips. A couple things that I really like to use. I use goat tape. I don't get paid by them yet. I also like to use Bear Complex grips. I don't get paid by them yet. I know some Victory grips are a great brand out there too. There's a bunch of great brands, a bunch of great videos. I'll show you what the best grip is for you. Number one thing that we want to worry about is we don't want to wear gloves, because if you wear gloves, you look like a nerd, okay? So find out where you're kind of tearing worst, where you're getting most wear on your hands, and get grips that will cover that up. We want to decrease that friction as much as possible. Number three, we want to keep our hands moist, right? We want to use a moisturizer, a lotion, whatever we have. I really like using this, more of like an ointment called Doc Spartan. It's very good when you already have a tear. It's good to rub it on. It's like all natural. It's made with like coconut oil or some sort of fairy dust sprinkled in there. Works really, really well. Feels really, really good. Smells good. I put it on my hand just about every single day, especially after I do my workouts. So it's important to keep our hands moist, again, to avoid that cracking. Here is the hottest take you're going to hear from this whole video. Number four, we want to avoid using those sandpapers, the razor blades to tear off our calluses. Leave your calluses where they are. If you keep moisturizer on your hands, if you keep chalk off your hands, the calluses are not going to give you any problems. Let your calluses live through their whole life cycle. They'll eventually kind of fall off during the workout, and when they do, what we want to try and avoid is like ripping it off where it'll rip the healthy skin. Probably a good idea to have just some fingernail clippers or some scissors in your bag so you can clip them. Now, most important thing with that is once you clip the callus off your hand, you throw it in the trash or you throw it out the door. You don't throw it on the floor of your CrossFit gym, because that is gross and your gym owner will not appreciate it. Stay tuned for more videos. Follow me on Instagram at Dr. Dr. Jamie Jakes. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Dr. Jakes out.